Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is Thursday, April the 18th, and this is a quick hit on the indexes. Starting off with the Dow. Well, we did not get the bounce I was looking for today. Did not happen. Is it the end of the world? Are the bulls finished? Etc. We'll take a look. We ended with a fat body spinning top today in the Dow. The Dow down 81.5 points. Closing below the upper price consensus level, not yet making it to the major price consensus level, and for the very first time coming into contact with the long-term moving average bar. Wow. So even though it is trailing the damage of some of the other indexes, it has finally managed to get there. It would seem natural at the first hit that it would get a bounce. I'm still in the bounce camp for the moment. I know that it's going to be a day later, if we bounce tomorrow. But I think there's some good evidence to that. For one, everything's still moving down. The daily doesn't look happy, except that we have the fast stochastic starting to bounce. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to pull back so that we get a really good reading on all of this. See the fast stochastic pretty darn low. The CCI is almost really darn low, but not quite there. So there is still some room here. RSI is just getting to neutral, and the MACD histogram still pointing down. So yeah, overall this still looks bad for the bulls. But we're getting right into the spot where there should be some resistance coming to the Dow. Looking at the 60-minute chart, another one of the reasons why, well, I thought we were going to bounce today, and we didn't. But look at this 60-minute chart. Bottoming area in the heat map. Moving, well, we're at a really good low on the 14-day RSI moving average. We're trying to move up in the stochastics. Matter of fact, as of last night, it looked like they were going to try to go up. Instead, they just went back down. So that's okay. I think that we mentioned going back down and meeting the 14-day would just mean it would have a stronger up once it finally got on up. So trying to go up on the CCI, going up on the MACD histogram, creating negative or positive divergence. MACD still pointing down. Overall, yes, it's kind of mixed in the 60, but everything's really low. I don't think it looks that bad. We have enough positive divergence that we should have a move back up, and at some point we should still have an attempt at the high. So, in my opinion, all you have to do is show a little bit of strength, and the bears are going to freak out and cover. So, getting to a decent move above this level still seems very possible and probable to me. Going on to the Dow Jones Transports. You'll notice that this one is, it didn't have nearly as bad a day as the Dow or SPX, but it did manage to continue to close below the entire long-term moving average bar. It's pretty darn impressive, actually. You can see it starting to compress, or continuing to compress. And just like on the Dow, positive divergence. Everything getting pretty darn low. All it has to do is start to turn, and it will get probably a really nice bounce. But we'll wait and see. SPX, much worse than the Dow. Fat body spinning top inside the long-term moving average bar. No topping or bottoming area in the heat map. Turning up on the fast stochastic. It's the only thing. And so overall pretty nasty in the daily. But I think that we will have a secondary corrective move, secondary reset here really soon. Look how low the CCI is. Unlike the Dow, this one has already passed its minus 100. And if we look into the past, when you cross that line, it's never there very long. You always get some kind of a bounce. Even when you're in a down move, always get some kind of bounce. It's doing that as of today. So, time for a bounce? Yeah, I really do think so. And going on to the VIX. Very impressive. Very impressive. It was able to hold above the 200-day moving average, which is what we said we were looking for. I figured it would go down and have to hold above it, but no, it actually went up right at the upper Bollinger Band. It made a new recent high. Could it challenge the all-time high, or not the all-time high, the current high? Yeah, I suppose it could. The CCI massively high though. This is very irregular. We do have a small blip in the heat map for topping area. It is not on both scales. But CCI massively high. It doesn't get much higher than that. The stochastics, very, very high. I mean, each time we get up here to these extremes, it has a pullback. And we're right there now. 14-day RSI moving average still pointing up. It doesn't have that much room to move to the upside, and it's very rare that it actually gets all the way to the top, but I suppose anything is possible. RSI not at the 70 yet. Nice area on the MACD histogram, and MACD still pointing up. Overall, I really think that it's time for it to at least have a little bit of a pause, but I guess we'll see. Going on to IWM. IWM, small caps. Made a slightly lower low today. It's right into support. It is a fat body spinning top. We do have a blip in the heat map for bottoming area. It is not major. We have almost busted the positive divergence we have in the MACD histogram. That could break tomorrow. But we still have it in the RSI and the CCI as well, and the fast stochastic. Oh, look at that collapse! Ooh, it's starting to accelerate with its collapse. So, looking for a bounce, get up, make a lower high, and short away. That's my current interpretation anyway. But if it breaks the previous support on essentially any of the charts, then I guess it's safe at that point anyway to short. So, and going on to SPY for our volume information. This is fascinating. Essentially, all we said we were looking for was to see if it could hold below the trigger line on the unbalanced volume for a day. And it certainly did. Certainly did. Kind of surprising, but it certainly did. Accumulation distribution going sideways. If that one pokes its head down, whew, wow, that'll be just a really ugly sign. But so now we have one major red and 3 minors red and only 1 major green. Fascinating. And that's it. As always, all investing decisions are your own. This chart and video for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only.